our bean battlefield, the battleground of the beans.
The outside row is supposed to be your moneymaker. I heard you were talking ish about me this weekend. Hello and happy day. Welcome to New Age Custom Farming. If you're new here, we are a custom farming operation in Wisconsin, and the boys are back from tractor pulling in Hillsboro this past weekend at the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull. And I'm back from my bachelorette party, and that means we are all back to farming and getting stuff done. So let's get into today's video. Well, we got quite a bit of rain over this past weekend, and instead of just starting our day in the shop, we decided let's go take a look at some of our crops that we have growing for us and just see how it's going, because harvest is like astonishingly close. Gonna be happening here before we know it. And right now the crops are, well, they just got the last bit of rain. Well, hopefully we have a little bit of more rain besides this, but they are kind of in the final growth stages. Not really much else that we can do as farmers to get them where they need to be for harvest. So it's kind of up to Mother Nature. So we are gonna go check out, see where they're at, so we can kind of get a good idea of what we might be seeing this upcoming harvest. So
Let's roll.
Hop in the big old diesel pick 'em up truck and go check them out.
All right, our first stop out in this little crop tour we're gonna do this morning is our bean battlefield, the battleground of the beans. So I planted 30-inch beans on half this field, and Emily planted or drilled beans on the other half, and we're doing a little comparison to see who's got big beans, who's yielded better. So they're both looking pretty good. The only difference out here is how that they were planted or drilled. So Emily drilled them, I planted them, and the crop protection has been the same on the whole field all season. So we applied our post-emerge herbicide about 6 weeks ago. We used Enlist 1, Liberty, Liquid AMS, Clethodim, ENC Flex, water conditioner, adjuvant, and Zidua. One of our favorite parts about using Enlist 1 is how well it mixes with everything else that we want to put in the tank, so we can have multiple modes of action out here and get the best results out of our post-emerge herbicide in one pass, instead of coming out here and making multiple herbicide applications post, because the most expensive pass of herbicide is the one that doesn't work. And this pass has been proven to work on not only our farm, but multiple other farms that we do spraying for. This is kind of the program that we run on everybody's farm, as long as they're Enlist beans, which most of them are anymore. It makes it pretty easy to control everybody's weeds. Some of the main weeds that we like to control with the Enlist 1 are ragweeds, thistles, water hemp, and lamb's quarter. As a busy sprayer guy, I like to use Enlist 1 because it's one pass and we're done. All right, now let's go check out some more fields.
Next stop is one of our corn fields, and as you guys can see, I am 5'2", and it's very freaking tall. You know the saying how the outside row is supposed to be your moneymaker? I don't think that's the case here.
I don't think so either.
But I do think as you go in 1, 2, 3, couple 2, 3 rows, it looks pretty nice.
Why don't you go find us an ear?
My allergies will get really bad.
Do you want me to go in and find us an ear?
Yeah.
I cherry pick one, or you want me to get just a random one?
Just random.
All right, so how I get random ones, give me a number 1 through 15.
13.
So I pick one, and then I go 13 down and I grab that one.
Okay. I feel like we should also say today is August 11th that we're filming this. So pollination has happened, everything's happened. It's now just growing the kernels.
Yeah, it's starting to dent.
For real? It's not focused. Although there are dents there.
Good pollination here. Really good. Some people have been having some troubles with their pollination with the tassel wrapped at the top and then not getting pollinated this year. There's like kind of a ring on the ear that's sometimes not, or a couple rows that aren't pollinated. So this looks pretty good. The biggest ear in the world, but
no. We plant all pioneer corn too.
Yep, and this is planted. I don't know what the population is. I would guess 36,000. Definitely over 32. We push it pretty hard, I think. So, but it's still got good grain fill. Just the ear size isn't. It's really not as big as I thought it would be. But we'll see what the yield is at the end. All right, we got some more beans out here. This is a little bit of heavier soil. Maybe we should pull a plant out and count some pods.
Sure.
All right. As you can see, still nice and clean. Same herbicide program that we ran on the rest of the farm. So.
I drilled like that.
I think the headlands rose though.
Yeah, the headlands rose, and like probably a 2 or 3/4 of it this way is planted, and then I drilled a little bit over there. What exactly are we looking for when it comes to beans?
A lot of pods filling out.
What about nodulation?
Yep. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a ton about that. I'm no scientist. This would be better scope for Brandon to tell you about all this stuff. But I do know there's a lot of pods on that. Look at all of them. Did you count them? 43 pods. Most of them are three bean pods. That one's 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. A couple little guys here I didn't count, but 43 mainly 3-pod beans. So that's pretty good. I don't know what that equates to yield. Somebody will tell me, but probably like 70 bushel if I had to guess. We'll see if they fill out though. We just got some rain in August here, so that's always good. We're supposed to get some more this week, but tomorrow need some like August 20th. Keep it. I mean, we got 5 inches, so
That's how much rain we got?
yeah.
Oh.
So on the heavier ground, that's really good, but on the sandier, lighter soil, she'll need another little shot here in a couple weeks for sure. So, whose beans do you think are going to be better? The drilled with the 15-foot no-till drill? What's your number? What's the number on your drill? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
They're 15-inch spacing. Is that right?
Sure.
Is it 15-inch spacing?
Sure.
Well, it's your rig. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or, no, they're definitely less. I think they're 7.5-inch spacing. And then, will it be that, the no-till drill, or the 30-inch corn planter that we put our bean discs in?
And then also let us know if you have any questions about the Corteva products that we've used on all of our fields, because that's one thing we're going to keep an eye out on.
Yeah.
When it comes to harvest.
We're pretty happy with the results we've gotten out of them this year for sure. So
for beans and corn, because remember we put Sure Start with our corn.
Yep, Sure Start with our corn and Enlist. We got pretty clean fields. Nobody's perfect, but they're pretty clean.
Clean fields, high yields, good to go.
There you go.
Now let's head back to the shop.
I want you to get me a Sundrop. Because I know you're going to take a drink of it, so you can go get it.
Ask it nicely.
I'll go get one.
Ask it nicely.
Can you please get me a Sundrop?
Sure.
Avery would like a lick too.
Bree's a little Sundrop dog. For those of you who don't know, we have our own soda machine here at the farm, and this button is gonna get wore out way before any of the other ones do. Oh no, oh no.
How come you never open it all the way? You got a hair in it.
That's Bree's hair.
nectar of God right there. Yep.
Well, I was gone this weekend. Dalton did all of my calf chores that I usually do, so I have not been in here since Friday, so I'm anxious to see what's going on. Obviously, Dalton does a good job taking care of them and stuff, but I just like to keep an eye on everything. So from the sounds of it, there's quite a few hungry calves in here. I do know there's a warning on the robot for the calibration for the one pen in which all the new calves are in, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I want to make sure that's still working because I want them to all drink. So I just walked into this pen of calves and I was looking at this one and looking at that one and looking at their numbers, and I'm like, this isn't right. Look over there. The gate in between these two pens has been left open, so I'm gonna have to sort these guys out. And you tell that these calves are weaned and ready to get moved out of here. I heard you were talking ish about me this weekend.
No,
No?
you had one job. I didn't bring it up.
You didn't blame
Stacy did.
You didn't blame me for anything?
Well, what did you forget to do?
I do nothing with that pulling tractor. I don't want to touch it. Why don't you enlighten our followers who didn't watch it live on Pro Pulling what you said about me, what crap you were talking about me.
Emily forgot to tighten the drain plug in the oil pan.
Greggy forgot to tighten the drain plug in the oil pan.
I don't know if it was my fault. There's three of us working on it, so it's all when you're banging on something, thrashing on it like that, and all the guys are just doing your thing. How do you know? You know, you just hope everybody did their thing. And I took it out and I threaded it back in hand tight, but then we took the oil pan off, because I figured we'd take it out and we washed it and it would come out, but it must not have been that way. But either way.
So whose fault was it?
Emily's.
Greggy's.
Okay, Greg's in charge. Remember that.
No, this is your pulling tractor.
Yep.
If you let me drive it, then I'll take responsibility.
For the oil drain plug?
Yeah.
All right.
So do I gotta drive it then?
You can steer it when we tow it around.
Okay, fine.
Yep. All right.
Well, are we gonna be able to use the turbo and everything for Wednesday night for Beaver Dam, or what's the plan there?
I'll probably have this turbo, the loader turbo from Weimers until the end of the year. They're pretty behind. It's a smaller one. It's older one, but
Apparently it did really good.
we did all right with it in Hillsborough. That was a good power track,
So no complaints?
no complaints. And then Saturday night it was my fault. I moved the weight off. It looked a little slipperier, greasier. I moved some weight from the back to the front. Not much, just one. Should have left it up here. I'm not saying I would have won, but I probably would have done a little better. Might have got third again. I'd have been happy with 2/3 in that crew of guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, take responsibility for your own mistakes, Greggy.
We did not suck again.
Okay, goodbye, leave. Well, boy, you ready to get off your hiney and help me wrangle some calves?
Yeah, sure.
You look a little sweaty.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Just got done changing the oil and greasing up on a semi. I've been working on my pickup most of the day, getting the brakes changed, oil changed and that. Chop day.
Wow, now it's time for it to be a cattle day.
Yep.
Alright, here's your instructions. Any calf that's 6'6", 11 or higher needs to be in this pen. I've already moved all the calves that were in this pen that are supposed to be in that pen back into it.
This little guy taking a nap.
I don't know, I can't see its number.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Just going through this gate.
Yep. Because the one that they came through, if you open it, it stays, you can't like relatch it unless you mess around with it, so. Ready?
Ready.
Break. You did good, old boy, old son.
It always goes good when I'm involved.
6 p.m. and we're all done in the calf barn. I think everyone's done in the shop. We had rain this morning, rain over the weekend, and rain tomorrow. So shop work can commence tomorrow, and I think that's going to be it for today's video. Upcoming this week, we have a tractor pull in Beaver Dam on a Wednesday night, so more pulling content coming your way. And then, I'm trying to think what else we've got going on. I believe we'll be starting 4th crop hay next week, so that's crazy. Last crop of hay that we'll have, and then we'll go into corn silage and then harvest. So tractor pull coming up this weekend, or this week, and lots of other shenanigans I'm sure we'll get ourselves into. So thanks so much for watching today's video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.